guys, welcome back to Shape Up. So for today we have 3 circuits. We're going to do 3 rounds of each, and we have 35 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. All right, so it's a little more resistance based. So for our first circuit, we have a high knee march. Okay, so we'll just make sure we're swinging our arms, getting those knees up. You're welcome to go into a high knee. All right, if you want a little more of a challenge. Our next one, we have an RDL. So if you have bands or dumbbells, you're welcome to use these. We're just gonna drag our hands down across our thighs and our shins, pulling up with the glutes and the hamstrings. All right, it's going down slowly. If you want more of a challenge, you'll go down lower. Just make sure your back is straight. Or if you want less of a challenge, you'll go to about your knees and coming up. All right, our next one, we have a bent over row. So we'll be slightly bent on the knees, making sure our back is nice and flat. Our elbows tucked into our sides, bringing them directly behind us. Okay, we're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades at the top like we have a pencil in between them. All right, if you don't have dumbbells, you can do a renegade row instead, which would look like this. This is when we're on our hands. We're gonna bring our hands to our armpits. All right, it's the same movement. So our next one, we have a squat to overhead press. All right, you're welcome to use dumbbells if you have them. All right, I like to put them on my shoulders. All right, so we'll get in that nice squat stance, feet in line with our hips. We're gonna come back into our squat. As we're pushing up, we're gonna push our hands up overhead. All right, guys, so make sure the knees are behind the toes, biceps in line with the ears as we're at the top. So for circuit 2, we have a lunge around the world. All this is, we're gonna be lunging in a circle. So you're gonna do a front lunge, a side lunge, going backwards, and to the side again. And so you would just be making that nice lunge movement into that circle, all right? Making sure the knee is behind the toe. Next we have a squat pulse. So we'll be in that nice squat form, and we're gonna pulse 10 times, all right? And on that 11th one, we'll come up, all right, and go back down into the 10. You're welcome to hold the dumbbell in your hands. If you want more of a challenge on that one, you can just pulse the entire round, and you'll start to feel it really good in your quads. Next, we have our dips, all right? So for our dip, you come onto the ground, glutes up in there. We're gonna hinge at that elbow, okay? It's gonna put pressure on our triceps as we're extending up, all right? Next, we have a dead bug. So we're gonna flip over on our mat, making sure our wrist is aligned with the shoulder. We're gonna use our glute and our shoulder to bring our arm and leg up. Really focus on the glute as we're bringing our leg up in this. And you're welcome to alternate legs one at a time and arms. You can also do that on the wall. You would just be leaning against it, and you would still alternate arm and leg if you would like to do it that way. For our third final circuit, we have in and outs. So what these are, you're welcome to use a weight or a water bottle or anything. We're gonna have our hands up overhead. We're gonna crunch in using that core, bringing our hands or weight above our knees. All right, notice how my hands and feet aren't touching the ground. All right, but if you need to, you can always take a break. You can also alternate legs. All right, that's gonna be a nice little modification for you. All right, next we have penguins. We've done these. So this is gonna be a trunk movement, not an arm movement. So I'm using my trunk to tap my fingertips to my heels. Notice I'm not using my arms, I'm using the trunk, all right? For our next one, we have push-ups. We've done these plenty of times. We'll have shoulder in line with the wrist. All right, guys, you can come onto your knees, glutes tucked down to the ground. You can also do it on the wall, same way like earlier, you would lean against the wall and do your push-ups. Next, we have a plank. So a true plank is on our elbows, elbows in line with shoulder. You're welcome to come onto your knees. If you have elbow issues, you can come up onto your hands, all right? And you can also come onto your knees. Also, if you have wrist issues, you can go onto the wall as well, and you would lean against the wall in the plank. You would just lean more. All right, guys, so that's all I have. Have a great day. Go Pokes.